Good morning, guys. So, as you can see, I'm trying something new today at the suggestion of a friend. I am hoping to bring my devotional to life. So, prayer request today is for wisdom in my leadership and staff work at IU. And this morning I just spent some time reflecting on my past 2 years of staff life, and it has not been a walk in the park. It has been up and down and up and down, because it was such a wake-up call to really realize how much of a learning curve InterVarsity staff life would be. I was a student, and I just thought staff life was full of coffee and Starbucks and Bible studies and unicorns and rainbows. I don't know. It was this romanticized notion of ministry, of course. But I also couldn't have anticipated how strange it would be to walk back onto my alma mater as a staff worker right after I graduated, when 4 months ago the students that I would be leading were my peers, and now I was expected to take on a position of leadership and authority in their lives that neither they or me probably ever anticipated. And then lastly, I just didn't realize, how much I would have to deal with my insecurities as a human being in staff work. I'm young, I'm tiny, I'm from California, I'm a Filipino, and I'm a woman trying to do mission work on a Big Ten campus in the middle of the state of Indiana. And the obstacles internally and externally that I've had to deal with in the last 2 years were just things that I could not have foreseen. With God's grace, I've been able to move through it all, but I often, when I don't turn to Him, find myself spinning on my own wheels and getting stuck in those places that keep me from walking in His strength and His confidence. So when I can step back and remember that God has something in all of those difficulties, I can turn to Scripture. And today I spent some time looking at 2 Timothy for inspiration and truth. I just woke up knowing that this was going to be the prayer request, and for whatever reason, just went there, and lo and behold, it's Paul seeking to encourage a young ministry leader. He states that God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and self-discipline. And this is my prayer. And honestly, it's been my prayer almost every day that I have been a staff worker, that I would lead InterVarsity at IU out of this power, love, and self-discipline. Because, it's crazy, but students, if they choose to listen to what I say and follow my instruction and my teaching and take it to heart, they'll begin to internalize and reflect what I give. And so I only hope that through His grace, they receive only what is good and from Christ. So, as if things couldn't align even more, today marks the first day of InterVarsity's Triennial National Staff Conference. There's like 500 plus of us getting ready to convene in St. Louis, Missouri, to be reminded and sent out to embody Paul's advice for Timothy back on our campuses. So will you pray 2 Timothy 1:7 over me and the other staff from all over the nation and frankly all over the world today, that would be so awesome, because Lord knows this is just one person dealing with the ups and downs of staff life and the craziness of our internal world and our flesh getting in the way of our best selves as God intended. So I know that there are hundreds more that would appreciate this same prayer for strength and wisdom as we continue to do our work on campus. Oh, and one more prayer request. As you know, or have seen on the news, the Midwest has been hit with a severe winter storm, or whatever. I'm from California. I don't know the terms. But including me, many of us have had travel delays. Some people are dealing with flight cancellations, and I-70, the road that my carpool and I have to take to get there, is basically an ice rink right now. Totally unsafe to travel, but we're all trying to get to this conference. So please pray for our safety and that we all get there in the time that we need to. So thank you so much for listening, and if by now you haven't figured it out, there's a summary of this devotional in text form below, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. All right. Peace until next time.